night. Come take a seat on the beat. We got the real after meets. Every Tuesday's a trip. Come share your flair. In this warm embrace, there's love everywhere. Talk it out, all vibes alright. Nobody's wrong in our life tonight. So join us in this cozy space. We're talking it out, with love we embrace. No topics too bold, no dreams out of reach. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. From stories of pride to journeys apart, we celebrate life, each unique part. A safe haven here, where spirits soar free. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. Let the colors shine bright in the warmth of the night. So join us in this cozy space. We're talking it out, with love we embrace. No topics too bold, no dreams out of reach. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. Let the colors shine bright in the warmth of the night. So join us in this cozy space. We're talking it out, with love we embrace. No topics too bold, no dreams out of reach. Together we rise, that's the joy that we teach. With each word we share, we bring the light. Join the talk show, let your heart take flight.
Once again, another Tuesday night. Welcome to the SayCo Show. Okay, guys, now I'm going to just tell the truth from the very beginning. I don't really have a show planned tonight. I just got a bunch of topic points. As you know, it's a really critical time right now in the world. Our current administration and the one in charge, I don't even want to call him the president, is planning on bombing right about now Iran. And so we are wishing the innocent people safety. I normally don't get too political on the show. So I'm not going to really take a deep dive, but if you think gasoline is expensive now, just wait for a few days. Just wait. It's going to be challenging. And, so many of our beloved allies are starting to tell the administration, we will not have your back. And they're actually pushing the 25th Amendment. They're pushing war crimes, et cetera, et cetera. We need to get this guy out of there. He is crazy. The people around him are just as crazy. And we're actually in my household tonight here in Nashville, Tennessee. We are nervous. We are quite upset about what's going on in the world tonight. I am coming to you from Goodlettsville, Tennessee, my home, and I'm speaking into an Electro Voice microphone, a 630 vintage microphone. Y'all let me know if you're listening live and you're here in the chat room and how the sound is. I want to remind everyone the SayCo Show is copyrighted material, so we're certainly going to please ask you not to post and edit any of my information. And those of you that are listening around the world, I so appreciate you. I was looking at the list earlier. I have people listening from all over the place, and I so appreciate it. Now, as y'all know, we're starting a little early tonight. Normally, the show doesn't start till 7 Central. But because of what's going on in the world, I have no idea if we're going to lose satellites, if someone else is going to retaliate against us. And I thought, you know what? Start the show early and see what happens. So as of right now, in Nashville, Tennessee, we have electricity, we have Wi-Fi. Lord knows what's going to happen. And it's a scary thing, guys. It's super, super scary. All right, enough of that because I don't want to talk about that clown, that orange clown anymore. We are so excited, guys. We're going to go and see Kathy Griffin's new show, New Face, New Tour. It's going to be down at our Symphony Center here in Nashville on Sunday. And we couldn't be more excited. I started calling people and saying, hey, it's a 2-for-1 special. Are y'all going to buy some tickets? Let's go together. Let's go to dinner. So we have a big group, a gaggle of gays, if you will, that are going to head down there and have some dinner and drinks before the show. Now, guys, I have been itching to watch some of the previews and some of the stuff that's on social media about how the tour is going. And I always feel like if I watch too much and I fall down that rabbit hole, I'm going to feel like I've already seen the show. So I'm going to be totally honest right now. I have not been watching any of the clips. I've only seen one clip. It was sent to me because she was messing around with the people that were doing the sign language and just saying vulgar things so everyone could see how they would sign it. And typical Kathy, right? But I went to a couple websites just to see what the press release was for the new show. And it says Kathy Griffin has announced her return to the stage with the New Face, New Tour running through early 2026. The tour, which follows her third facelift and her recovery from previous health issues, features entirely new material and is characterized by the comedian as a comeback that is uncanceled. And I sure hope so, guys. We love Kathy. We've always stood behind her. That famous picture where she so-called got canceled, maybe by some, but not all of us. And I thought it was totally fine. I'm fine with art, especially modern art. And I love the pictures she did. The tour name, again, is called Kathy Griffin, New Face, New Tour. The status on the show right now is that it's ongoing. Tickets are selling all over the place. And the key tour highlights, the theme of the show, it's inspired by her recent facelift. She's been really open about this, guys. The show promises to be all new material, blending her signature biting satire with times of political commentary. Atmosphere of the tour, they're describing it as a safe place and high-octane show. Griffin aims to provide a laugh break from the news, which is also incorporating audience interaction and improvisation. The tour run, it kicked off with dates in late 2025 and continues all the way through May of this year with major stops all across North America. So last few shows, she's been in Florida, New York, New Jersey. She took a break through March, and we're the first show back after her break. So she took all of March off, and so she's had a good, 6-7 weeks off. And she's going to be down here at the Schwimmerhorn Symphony Center, which is an absolutely beautiful building. We've been there for some different shows, and it's just a gorgeous place. But also, it's not really huge, so you get that intimate feel. It goes on after Nashville. She takes another month off, and then she goes to Raleigh-Durham. And then a few months off, it starts again in Vegas. I'm super excited. If you have not purchased your tickets and she's coming to a town near you, I say you go over to kathygriffin.net and buy some tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. We hit a sale. We're part of several gay groups here in the greater Nashville area, and the sale code was good, I believe, for like a day, maybe 12 hours. I could be lying. And it was 2-for-1 tickets. And I called my spouse and I said, what do you think? 2-for-1 for Kathy, her new show? Let's go. So we immediately started telling all of our friends and shared the coupon code. And so, yeah, a bunch of us are going, guys. We're super excited. I don't want to give too much away, but we are going to do a roundtable next Tuesday night and just kind of spill the tea on the whole show and what we thought of it. And so in case you are not going this time, you'll be able to hear about it and maybe catch the show in Vegas or next year's tour. As I said, Easter was really busy for us. I worked all the way up to the weekend, and then I was flying all over the country. You know, there's ice in several airports, and so I was trying to dodge them. And got home to Tennessee and immediately went straight into cleaning the church and preparing and whatnot for Easter service. And then it's just been kind of nice, guys. It was kind of just a breather of rest yesterday and today. I actually got up early this morning and cut the yards. I mowed the yard, the grass in both front and back, and just kind of been piddling. So next Tuesday, live 7 Central, we're going to have a round table. Hopefully I'll get my gaggle of gays to come into the studio, and we will just spill all of it for you. So please don't forget, set a clock now so you can join us, and we'll tell you everything about it. I'm super excited, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so glad that I see some people popping in here. My buddy Todd up in Canada. You know, I gave him a forewarning on some social media, and he immediately said, I'm going to try to catch you even if you're early. I'm so glad, Todd, that you're listening live from Canada. We love y'all up there, and not every American feels the way you're being told in the news. We love Canadians. You know, a funny story that just popped in my head. I was up in Seattle, and a friend of mine worked for a helicopter company. And so we planned it and jumped on a helicopter and went up to Victoria Island, and we stayed in a hotel that they kind of call the Castle, and we went all around the area there and went to Bouchard Gardens. And man, those people up there are the sweetest people. There was a lady that had a Patsy Cline record in her gift shop in the window. And of course I had to go in and say, oh my gosh, you have a miniature Patsy Cline record in your window. And we started talking about Patsy Cline and how she loved Canadians. She toured extensively through Canada and had such a great warm visit with that lady. I love Canada. You know, my dream was always, since I was first starting to fly, I said, I want to live in Toronto. And I know Toronto's expensive, but I would love to live there someday. If not, we're definitely leaving when I leave the airline. I don't know, maybe 8 more years of flying, and then I'm gonna see what we do about moving to Europe. But yeah, I was just in Buffalo on a layover. I was talking to the gentleman. I worked the back of the plane. The gentleman that came on to give us all the necessities and the sweets and the treats and the ice and take the garbage, etc. He was telling me that even though, you know, we've made such poor examples of how we felt towards our neighboring nation, he said that there are still a good 70% of Canadian travel is right through Buffalo. He said that they are still keeping those flights nice and full. So I was talking to him about that. I said, have you seen a drop off at all? Because, you know, they're saying that a lot of Canadians are boycotting America, etc. He said, no, not really. He said, you know, a good portion of our revenue is Canadian folks coming down and flying out of Buffalo. And we had a great conversation. A lot of his family is from up there, and good people. I really don't have much more, guys. This was just going to be a simple pre-show because Easter holiday and whatnot, I just did not have a show in place. We actually thought we were having plans tonight, and so I was telling everybody the show might be early just because of the Iranian bombings, and also because we had some plans, which fell through, and that's okay. But I just wanted to come on here and make sure that I said something and that I was here at least through 7 o'clock, just so the people that are standing by me and supporting the Queer Show would have a chance to listen to something. I had a bunch of stuff saved that I was going to start talking about, but basically I wanted to bring up some queer gay news from around our country. Again, I brought up that, marriage safety is, locked in place and safe in Greece. So I'm celebrating with my bloodline, my heritage out there. So the queers that are listening in Greece, I'm so pleased that your marriage is valid and that it's locked and safe there. Thank goodness. Here in Georgia, in the United States, if you can still call it that, they really put back almost 30 laws that were trying to be passed in the state of Georgia, and those people fought so hard to get all of that denied. And we are so proud of our neighboring queers and allies that fought for none of those to pass, at least for the next session year. And so we are celebrating with our Georgian cousins next door to us, our neighbors. And thank goodness that none of those passed. If you want to know more about what was stopped, the legislation that they were trying to, so wrongly push onto the majority, go Google it. Go read it. Find yourself a good news source, guys, which is hard to do lately. Everything we're being shown is extremely filtered. I started noticing it probably within the last year. And you know how this administration loved to say fake news. Well, now the news is fake, and it's disappointing. So I try to watch the BBC. I try to watch news outlets from around the world, because that's where you really get the true, real story. All the facts that have not been sugar-coated. And trust me, we are getting quite the sugar-coating here in America. The United States of America has sure changed, guys. I've said it before. I'll say it again on this show. I don't recognize my country. It's extremely disappointing. And so what do you do when you're disappointed and desperate? You go to a concert. And so we're going to go to Kathy Griffin on Sunday. I'm going to let you know all about it, guys. If we can take pictures, I certainly will. We did not purchase any VIP pre-show or post-show funds. So we're not going to be doing any of that like we usually do. But I'll certainly take pictures if we can. And I love y'all for tuning in. You guys have been such a source of support. When I'm down and I'm leery, you guys are here and you're ready to download and you're ready to share ideas, and I love it. I want to share the phone number here to the studio. 615-805-4363. If you have any ideas for a topic for an upcoming show, you let me know by sending me a text. And if you are interested in being in the studio audience, when we are indeed in the studio, we have plenty of room. Just let me know if you're going to be visiting Nashville, and we will get you a seat for another recording of the show. Now, the other thing I wanted to bring up, guys, just because I think it's important to rehash and plan and organize, Podbean, which the SayCo Show has been exclusively, this is our platform, guys. And we've been all over social media the best that we know how right now. But I don't know, maybe another month and a half, live is going away. The live feature is going away here at Podbean. Now, I'm paid up through the year at Podbean. So we're going to stay, but that's going to kind of rattle me a little bit, and we're going to have to get used to it. I might incorporate going on live video, which they call it a radio station, over on the Clapper app, and then we would be actually recording live, and y'all could listen live as it's being recorded. And then I would upload the show. We're going to figure it out. I don't know which way we're going to go and if we're going to altogether move platforms, but I'll keep you posted. But that is coming. You know, I've been a live show since the radio station. And when the radio station went under, people started saying, well, we kind of miss you. Aren't you going to do anything more? We need a queer voice here locally. Little did I know people around the world would start listening, but we do appreciate the downloads and the support. So it's going to kind of change my platform. I have never been scripted. I've never been recorded. I'll jot some notes down, an outline of what I'm going to talk about the show. But y'all know that talking comes real easy to me. Over on the radio station, some of my shows were 3 hours long. They just kept saying, keep going, the next show isn't uploading or the next show's not ready, just keep talking. So a lot of my shows over there on the old queer radio station were 3 hours long, unscripted and live. And I loved it. And I kind of fell in love with the nerves of it, just kind of being nervous and on the tip of my seat. And I learned that it's probably because I used to do drama and improv class and speech and debate. And then also being a flight attendant with the public for 28 years, that'll really help you know how to talk and get control of the conversation. And I think all of this is helping me get through a podcast every week. But we are going to talk about some changes for season 4, whether it's on this platform or not. Whether it's on Tuesday nights or not, the whole thing might change. Even the name of the show might change. So there's going to be some growing pains and some changes coming for season 4. But I promise you there will be a season 4. And let me tell you why. Because I'm so excited about the Harry Potter season. We talked about it last show or the show before. Y'all go listen to that show in case you missed it. We're super excited about HBO Max new season that they're starting. It's going to debut in December on Christmas Day for the new Harry Potter series, and we couldn't be more excited. So we had a roundtable about it not too long ago. So go and listen to that show. I implore you to let me know that you're listening by downloading, guys. And you don't have to listen right away. Just download, and then you can listen later, whether you're in the shower or in the car or listening to something, before you fall asleep. I love those downloads. It proves to me that people are listening and that we should continue. So I so appreciate your support. Go out, buckle up, be safe. Come back and see us again next Tuesday night. We're spilling all the tea on the new Kathy Griffin tour, new face, new tour. And she's calling it her comeback. So we're super excited. I love y'all, and I'll talk